can't put it off any longer. I'm heading to Bartholomew.
Good luck, sir. And be careful. I'll wait here until you get back.
Thank you, Tabby. If you don't see me again by tomorrow, tell the police to look for me in Bartholomew's basement, I guess. Seems word is spread about Edgar. Looks like he knew quite a lot of people. I'm here to see Bartholomew.
Tinkle knows. Boss Cat told him to expect Kitty. Is Kitty in trouble?
I'm not in trouble. I'm doing my civic duty as the investigator of a criminal case to...
Tinkle thinks Kitty should be careful with word criminal.
I didn't mean... I'm gonna go inside now.
Kitty is not as dumb as you look, then.
Thank you, Tinvun Kiljunta.
Bartholomew stared at me silently after Tinkle left. Clearly, I wasn't the only cat who had slept restlessly. He wore the same clothes I'd seen him in the night before. He had bags under his eyes. The bite of whiskey filled the air. Tinvunka, what now?
Did you think his parents named him Tinkle? It's only this foolish city that still cleaves to the stupid tradition of giving children sappy names. He merely got tired of nobody in the city pronouncing it properly, so he shortened it.
I see, so I guess you could say he crushed it. Hey. The flat stare I got told me that my attempt at comedy was not appreciated. Thankfully, he changed the topic, sparing me from more awkwardness.
Do you believe that a son should pay for the sins of his father, Nutter Butter?
I don't believe that anyone should pay for someone else's mistakes, especially if the price is death, but the world is an unfair place.
Ah, and it is your job to make it fair?
No. My job is to try.
How noble. Your clients must find you a delight with your self-deprecating humility, righteous words, and penchant for irreverent comedy. But what of family, Nutter Butter? Can justice be served when your sin is your bloodline?
It can always be served. Sins aren't found in blood. They're found in actions. They can be traced to those who performed them and used as evidence to hold them to account. The big cat's keen gaze unnerved me. I had been ready to be yelled at again, threatened, even ignored, but not whatever this was. Interrogated, conversed with.
So, do you believe that my son was killed because of me? Because of the actions I took?
I don't have enough information to say yet. Have you done anything recently that would have given someone a revenge motive? Any overdue parking tickets, just for example? He did not like that. Not at all. His eyes narrowed, and one side of his mouth rose in a snarl to reveal bone-white canines embedded in blood-pink gums.
Does this strike you as a time for levity, Nutter Butter? You wield your graceless wit like a dulled blade, probing for what? Information? Weakness? Guilt? Spare me the deflections and tell me, have you considered what I told you last night?
He used his words like bludgeons. The bigger, the better. That was fine. I could talk a lot too, and I'd read all the books on my bookshelf. I knew words. I have considered it, Mr. Montague, at length, but you're not the first cat to threaten me, and I have no doubt the last either. So if you think I'm going to roll over the moment someone bigger than me bares his fangs, I need you to understand, all cats are bigger than me. I won't be your lap cat, Mr. Montague. I don't report to you, and I don't work for you. I won't slink to your side the moment you snap your fingers. You don't like my jokes, that's fair. Black humor is far from rare in my line of work, but I can understand it turning your nose at a time like this. but I'm not going to stop being who I am for you. I'm a PI and not a police cat because I value my independence no matter which side of the law I'm dealing with. I told you last night that I would find your son's killer, and I stand by that. I swear it, even on Edgar. I was ready to die right then, for Tinkle to burst in and turn me into wet red kibble with his gargantuan paws, but it had to be said. I couldn't have done the case under pretense. He needed to know who he was dealing with. And at last, it seemed he did.
You surprise me, Nutter Butter, but do not use his name like that ever again. Very well. Do you have any information for me?
I had to wet my tongue before I could continue. Out of the frying pan, into the mobster fire. There are a few pieces of evidence I'd like to discuss with you, yes, but last night's interaction was heated, and I would like to avoid a repeat. We will be discussing unpleasant topics. Do I have your assurance that you will remain as collected as you are now?
Collected? Yes, I will be as collected as I am now. I will nod and smile and pretend that I do not feel crippled by the loss whenever I think of my son, or filled with unquenchable rage to punish his killer. Your mother should have taught you not to judge a cat by the shine of his coat, Nutter Butter. My pain is vast. It would swallow you, and you would drown in it, alone and forgotten, mewling forever. I am not collected. I am enraged.
I stared into eyes that burned like holes into a place beyond the world. A terrible place. And then he blinked, and they were simply eyes again.
But my suffering will not aid you in finding the murderer. So you have tonight, and tonight only, to ask me whatever questions you wish. I will answer them, all of them, as truthfully and calmly as you can hope for, and reserve my anguish for when I am alone, when it shall not bother you.
I didn't mean...
Orphan, widow, widower. Words made of pain, for pain, yet they at least grant an identity. But for a parent that loses a child, nothing. The very idea is so terrible that we leave it nameless. So I am denied even that simple expression, and my grief must remain anonymous, and all the worse for it. Consider that, and hope that you never, ever feel anything a fraction as terrible.
I wanted to say something, anything that would show I understood, but did I? I'd come here to stand up to a bully, but I'd only succeeded in becoming the antagonist. I'd expected to have to face down a monster, but all I'd found was a cat in pain. Mr. Montemute, do you have someone you can talk to, about what's happened? He didn't say a word, but I saw a look in his eye that answered my question. I am so sorry for your loss.
Your sorrow is meaningless to me. Tell me what you have found.
I found this business card on your son's body. Do you know where it's from?
Celestine.
Who's that?
A mercenary of a cat. That's his business card. He owns The Establishment, a venue that myself and other cats like me use as neutral ground. But I've only ever gone there with Teen Vunkil Junta. Edgar knew of it, certainly, but he never expressed the slightest interest.
Worth following up on?
If Edgar was there, that tricky two-color cat would definitely have taken note, if only to find a way to exploit it to his own ends.
I'll pay him a visit then. Can I have the address?
You'll find them not far from here, across Herod Bridge, in Cabacon Street.
Your son made a note of something. He seemed quite keen to keep it a secret. A Gentle Cat in the Desert. A movie title, it would seem. We did some poking around and discovered that you have an interesting history. An actor. I would never have guessed.
Am I the first actor you've met, Nutter? You seem disbelieving that we exist.
Oh, you exist, but you don't advertise the fact either. Did Edgar know of your previous occupation before recently?
I don't think so. I never brought it up. It was so long ago, and I didn't want him to.
To dig into the drama around your final production? I have a theory about where the murky trail of funding for that film ends. How did you get your foot in the door of this line of work in the first place, Mr. Montemute? Is it possible some of your investors sought to get some long-delayed recompense?
That's not a theory, it's a hypothesis. A very fanciful one.
Then give me some facts, Mr. Montemute. Your son starts looking into a film you made decades ago and dies. Did he speak to the wrong people? Or something else entirely? I couldn't help but notice a very pregnant cat standing next to you on the red carpet. The dates add up, Mr. Montemute. How is his mother doing? He kept his expression mostly still, but his mouth twitched unhappily at that.
I hope the story you're spinning is entertaining you, Nutter, because it is a fiction. Spiderwebs and shadows. You are correct on one count. That is Edgar's mother. Barely. She had other ideas about where she wanted her career to go, and a child did not fit into it. That cursed film was the end of my acting career, and the end of her involvement in our lives. If Edgar was looking into my past, he would have learned nothing beyond what I told him when I felt he was old enough. That he had one parent who loved him, and one who did not.
I found a bag of nip on Edgar's body.
Nip? No. You are mistaken.
I'm really not. I promise. The packet was in his clenched paw, as if he'd just received it. He apparently met up with someone at the club, and they acted somewhat suspiciously.
Listen to me. Edgar did not take nip.
I understand Edgar had not been to the club in months. Have you seen him personally in that time? Could he perhaps have picked up some new habits? I've also heard that you do not tolerate drug use by your staff, but does that extend to your family? It's not as simple to fire a son as it is an entertainer, for example.
Is that a reference to Platy and her unseemly dependency? Yes, I know of it. She doesn't hide it nearly as well as she seems to think. But as long as what she takes comes in a bottle, served over a pharmacy counter, I don't care. When it starts coming in a bag, smuggled paw to paw in a dirty alleyway, then I take action.
All right, but you still can't be certain Edgar wasn't indulging. How close were you two? Could he have been hiding it from you?
Do you know any nip addicts, Nutter? It's not something you tuck into a pocket and turn to when you have a free moment. It consumes your life. If Edgar was involved, I would know. And beyond that, he was distraught that a friend of his had died of an overdose. Furious even. He had come to hate Nip as much as I do.
Your staff have some theories about what happened.
I'm sure they do.
Tinkle didn't see anything odd, apart from Edgar even being at the club after such a long absence, but he did note that he seemed very upbeat. Did anything happen recently that might have improved his mood?
Not that I'm aware of, but we had not spoken in a while.
Miss Kitty says she heard Edgar coming back into the club later that evening. Along with a cat she recognized the voice of, a big, mean type, she claims.
I would not trust anything Platy claims to have seen or heard after 2 a.m. That's her indulgence time. What she sees or hears then is liable to get confused.
If you say so, but I did find a very large footprint next to Edgar's body, larger than anyone who works for you.
Then investigate it. Do you need my permission?
No, never mind. Finally, Pepe says he saw Mousezilla, but I think we can discount that.
You might find Pepe's convictions ridiculous, but he is not insane or blind. He is loyal and trustworthy, Mousezilla is obviously not real, but if he says he saw something, I'd give him the benefit of the doubt.
I've heard from your staff that whenever Edgar visited the club, he'd invariably go to your office. Except last night. Why's that?
Are you sure you're an investigator, Nutterbutter? I was out of the country. Of course, he didn't bother going to my office.
Does he only go there if you're around? Do you socialize outside of work? What did you talk about last?
How is any of that relevant? If you're fishing to ask if we'd had a fight, we did not. He was just taking some time to be alone. He had the other keycard for my office elevator. He knew he was free to come and go as he pleased. As for what we discussed last, the loss of his friend, the expansion of the business, goals for the future, mundanities.
You must have accumulated quite the rogues gallery of enemies in this business, Mr. Montague. Can you think of anyone that might want revenge?
I am older than I seem, Nutterbutter, and I have managed to outlive most of my enemies. Those that remain would not strike at me through my son.
If you believe they wouldn't, doesn't that make it the ideal way to catch you by surprise? No ancient rivals, no young upstarts, the catulets I've heard mentioned.
You simply don't know enough about how things work in this city, Nutterbutter. There's a hierarchy, and on top, 2 families stand supreme. Mine and the Catulets. They have their domain and I have mine. We do not jockey for position. There is simply no chance they would have done this. And any small organization, they would not risk annihilation. And that is certainly what would befall them if they dared a move like this.
Well, I'll still keep my eye on those as options for now, if that's all right.
As you wish.
Okay, that's all the information I have so far, Mr. Montague.
Then I imagine you'll want to get back out there and start gathering more. You know where the door is, of course.
Ooh, a heart-shaped button. Does this open a secret drawer of heart-shaped candy, maybe? Let's see. What? Oh, whoa, what is happening? Why, that is quite a bed. Goodness. Ooh, is that a... wait, yes. Well, good. I've got that now. Stuffed deep in my briefcase where nobody can see it. To ask questions or anything. Pose and twirl and mwah, stunning cuddles. They're locked.
Cuddles?
Desiree, what are you doing here?
I've not left yet, Cuddles.
You've been here the whole day? Desiree, you've had a traumatic experience. You need some rest.
I managed to nap a little in my room, thank you, Cuddles. But...
The attractive cat looked in the direction of Tinkle, guarding the elevator like a sphinx.
I wanted to thank you properly for saving me yesterday. Who knows how much longer I'd have been stuck there? Are you speaking with Bartholomew? Have you found evidence against him? You have to involve the police, Cuddles.
No, nothing like that. He, invited me over for a chat.
You can't trust him, Cuddles! Please! Don't believe a single word he says.
Abruptly, tears appeared in her eyes.
Oh, Cuddles! I'm scared to even think it! Could Bartholomew have...
Killed his own son? Why? She stared at me for a moment through shining tears before seeming to come to a decision.
There's something you need to know, Cuddles. Edgar and I, the night he died, we talked.
What?
After my act, he came to my changing room. He was angry, Cuddles, going on about his father, about Gumdrop. He seemed angry at the whole Montemute Empire and scared. Could Bartholomew have given him an ultimatum? Perhaps Edgar wanted out, but his father had other plans.
Why didn't you mention this last night?
Oh, Cuddles, forgive me, but I didn't trust you yet. You found me in the chest when nobody else did, and I wondered if Bartholomew was trying to trick me. But I spoke to Pepe and to Tinkle, and it's clear you're earnest about solving this.
Anything else might you have overlooked mentioning last night, Desiree?
Nothing more. I swear. I can't help but feel that this is partly my fault. Perhaps if I'd tried to convince Edgar to cut ties or offered more support.
I'm sure there's nothing more you could have done, Desiree.
It's so kind of you to say, Cuddles. And I feel so much better after speaking to you. If you need any help putting that horrible criminal away for what he did, just ask.
Thanks. I shall. Meowie's Emporium. This is the shop, according to Huggy. That Cosmo person should be here. Oh, a poster for the amusement park just outside the city. Lappy and Geronimo's Ultra Fun Play Park. What the?
Welcome to Meowie's Emporium, customer. With your fur so smooth and your nose so wet. Purr.
The shop was run by a raccoon, it seemed. You didn't see many of them in Meow Meow Furrington, but he was so positive, I already liked him. Confetti? Flavored confetti?
Yes, Meowie's has spared no expense for our promotion. Purr. Please enjoy our delicious apricot-flavored paper pieces.
Apricot? Not really my favorite.
Such honesty. Thank you for your feedback, customer. Purr. This will help make our next confetti gun 100 times better.
Oh, do watermelon flavor next time. I love watermelon.
Watermelon? Incredible feedback. Thank you, customer. This might be the best feedback Meowies has ever received. Please, take this with the thanks of the entire extended Meowies family.
That weird plastic ring? What's this do?
It's a mood ring, customer. Purr. When you wear it, it can tell you how you're feeling. For example, if I put it on, it would say that I feel honored by your patronage. Studies have shown that making customers self-conscious about their emotions makes them buy more things to feel better about themselves.
Well, isn't that neat? I haven't seen a raccoon in Meow Meow Furrington in ages.
Me neither, customer. Purr.
But you are one?
I? Meowie? A raccoon? And I purr constantly. Purr. See? I just did it. Plus, I'm called Meowie, a common and popular cat name, given to me by my parents, Mr. and Mrs. Real Cat.
You have a lot of feline stuff going on. I'm not denying that.
Then it's settled. We're Meowie the cat and Mr. Customer the other cat. 2 cats, living life in the cattiest city in the world. Purr. Meow. Skrunk.
Sorry, was that skronk at the end?
Yes, the noise 2 cats make when they have a deep understanding of the fact that they're both cats and are deeply satisfied with the fact. Skrunk!
Skronk to you too, then. Meowie, skronk. Talk later, Meowie. 1, 2, 3, 4 stars. Wow. Ooh, this is an exceptionally promotional promotion. That's for competition winners, Cuddles. Time to be a winner. To one side of the shop stood a cat who must be the assistant. His blank butt. If Meowie wasn't this Cosmo I wanted, then it could only be this cat. An exchange bin? Exchange what? I wonder if licking this would transfer hypnotism powers to my tongue. A magic tongue. That would be amazing. Confuse your friend. I'm pretty surprised that nobody else wants it. According to the tag, it's a hypnotism hat. Could come in handy. What items are on promotion, Meowie?
Everything, customer. From our mixed-use musical instrument collection, to our inside-out umbrellas, to our pasta. Especially our pasta. Purr.
Yeah, you sell a strange assortment of stuff, Meowie.
We sell what our community demands, customer, and they demand pasta.
Pasta cooked in inside-out umbrellas to the haunting refrain of plucked guitar strings, apparently.
This is a marvelously cultured city, is it not? Purr.
Meowie, has the lure of flavored confetti improved the success of your promotion?
Customer, can I speak honestly to you? Cat to cat.
Cat to cat?
Exactly. The promotion has struggled. I was certain people would be thrilled to participate, but it has not been so. Then, inspiration struck. Run a promotion for the promotion. A delicious double wrapping of promotional goodness that is sure to get cats flocking back to Meowies.
Well, maybe.
Oh, customer, I hear the pain of withheld honesty in your voice. You need not spare Meowie the harshest law of retail. Customers' time is valuable. Customers need to know that they should visit Meowie's Emporium instead of, say, Keith's kooky kiosk. I mused, reflected, contemplated, and realized my flaw.
Overthinking the selling of obscure items?
No, I was trying to tell customers why they should give me their patronage when I should be showing them a dramatic presentation to convey everything that buying from Meowies represents. And to sweeten the pot, a promotional award for the promotion of our promotion. A special mystery item for the lucky one who aids me. Purr.
Mystery item, you say? Could it be the huge food basket underneath the promotional promotion sign?
I asked my assistant Cosmo to obscure the mystery item, but it appears he simply added more cellophane. A lot more. It's wrapped so tightly, and it's such a thick layer. Whoever wins it might have to spend hours clawing it open. Maybe even days.
Meowie, tell me what I need to do to get that prize.
Oh, customer, thank you for offering. Brr. Here is the promotional material I've written. Just get as many cats as possible to hear it.
Meowie, the exchange bin over there, is that related to your promotion?
It is not, customer. It is for the world-famous Meowie's Emporium Historical Artifact Exchange Program, which has been running uninterrupted for over 5 months.
Oh, so it's had good success.
None whatsoever, customer, purr, which only makes its grand purposes even more necessary. Meow Meow Furrington has a rich and fascinating history. You, as a customer of rare insight, no doubt remember all the great moments from our past that we learned about in cat school.
Yes, just, remind me.
The Jam Wars, King Leopold the Lion Killer's coronation, the opening of the 100th Porky Pete's. This city has seen it all over the centuries, purr. But time is like a haircut.
You always need more? Or everyone can see if you've gone through a bad one. The best ones are from a place halfway across the city that isn't open on weekends, even though you called and they said they were open on weekends, but you got there and they were closed, so you had to drive all the way home again, right?
No, fleeting. We must capture it while we have the chance. And that chance is now, customer. Purr. I'm assembling artifacts from significant moments in our city's history, creating a collection for all to enjoy and learn from. Bring me items of historical value to enrich my museum, and receive items from the exchange bin in return. Purr.
What do historical items look like, Meowie?
They could be anything, customer. Ancient weapons, rare cutlery, even mundane-seeming items of clothing. Actually, I have a lot of weapons and cutlery already, so clothing would be especially desirable. Purr.
Talk later, Meowie. I should ask Meowie about that. It's not my size. I must have bought. The shoe won't fit that. That's not Larry. I must abide by the What items will I get?
Treasures! Marvelous things. Go on, take a look for yourself.
A fancy hat and, a bottle of some kind.
You mean a hypnotism kit? And a flask of self-foaming fur cleaner?
Hypnotism and, Meowie, I need you to believe me when I say I am now obsessed with owning these items. Don't give them to anyone else. I will be back with some, historical items.
Wonderful! Purr! Although, I am confused by your air quotes around historical.
Oh, just a cat thing, like we learned in cat school.
Oh, yes, of course. In that case, I am eagerly awaiting your wonderful artifacts, customer.
What are you looking for with the exchange program thing?
Items of historical value, customer.
Talk later, Meow.
Oh, what have you got there, customer? Something historical?
Absolutely. This is a famous historical boot. The boot of Larry.
Larry. Oh, the very name fills me with...
Well, a long time ago, really long ago, you definitely won't know anything about the time it happened. Larry was an explorer. He discovered the whole peninsula that Meow Meow Furrington was later built on, and he was very famous for that reason, definitely. But he lost his boot in some quicksand, and it was recently found again. What? And this is it. So, yep. Hey, that's history.
That sounds like an ideal artifact for my museum, customer. But I've never heard of this Larry.
Well, surely you've not heard of every famous cat explorer.
I definitely have. Their illustrious names are engraved into my mind. Steve, by the way, Ron Waffle, Gary Cheeseman, Eustace Meg Therodon, Billy the Pigeon. I know them all. History was my favorite subject in cat school.
But who discovered them? I'll tell you, Larry. He did that right after, whatever I said he did just now.
He did? Oh, what a wonderful item to add to my museum. Thank you, customer. Burr. I think that this has to be rewarded with a hypnotism kit.
And just like that, this... Cosmo?
That's my name.
Hi, I'm Cuddles. Nice to meet you. Someone told me you could help me.
Inside out umbrellas are to the left, and the exchange man is to the right.
Oh, no. I mean, I love the shop, and I will definitely look around more, but for now, I just have some questions about seeds.
Seeds, like, from plants? Like, I don't know, seeds guy. Do I look like a freaking planologist?
Could you just take a look anyway?
If you really want, guy, but I told you, I don't know anything. No, never seen him.
Are you absolutely certain? Please, these seeds are a lead in a murder case.
Murder? You mean Edgar?
Well, that's an interesting first guess. Did you know him?
Know him? Oh, cucumbers, I'm clean, alright, I promise I was not involved. I don't know anything. I don't know how much more clearly I can communicate. I don't know anything. Please, just go. I'm nobody. I don't want to get locked up in a dark little room in the Boule de Poil.
La Boule de Poil? The fancy theater?
No, bro, you are confusing me. I never said anything. Leave me alone, please.
La Boule de Poil? What does that have to do with this whole mess? Guess that's a new lead.
Hey, mister, you can't go in there.
I carry enough disdain for him. One Night with Alfonso. Tickets on sale now. Oh, please. Who would pay money to watch that overwrought fop dance around on a stage for 3 hours? I'd pay for... That must be where you buy tickets. I need to get inside, kiddo. Must I buy a ticket or something?
No, I mean, yes, mister, you can buy tickets, but you can't go inside tonight. It's rehearsal night.
The gatekeeper that now barred my entry. Eyeballs like shucked oysters. Teenagers. My name is Cuddles Nutterbutter, and I'm here to investigate a murder. Yes, that's right. So, rehearsal night or not, I need you to let me in and...
Wait, Cuddles? Like in Mr. Gibraltar's show?
Wait, what? What did Alfonso do?
In his play, mister.
What? That and I'll go to his stupid play and watch it and then send a really scathing review to the newspaper. 0 out of 5 stars. No, out of 8.
Sorry, mister. Please don't yell. My supervisor will hear you and I'll be demoted back to mop duty in the kitten area.
Well, let me in then, and nobody needs to go back to mop duty.
But you might be lying, mister, to get the actors' signatures. They hate that. If I let you in without permission, I'll be demoted back to sausage basting. That's even worse than mop duty. The grease keeps splashing into my eyes.
See this badge? I'm not lying, and I'm as official as it gets. Let me in, and if your supervisor gives you problems, I'll tell him to speak to the chief of police. How's that?
Okay, mister. Sorry, mister. You can go in.
The venue was old and designed in decades past by some overeager architect who really loved arches. It also wasn't deserted. To one side stood a cat in a fancy outfit, staring into the middle distance and mumbling something to himself. He seemed to be concentrating very hard. An interruption would do him good, I was sure. An upcoming show titled The Terrible Triumphs of Thomas Cutlass. A fast-paced piratical adventure? Okay.
I do not fear the green beast.
Excuse me, I just need to slip by.
Sir, who allowed you in? This is rehearsal night, and you are disturbing my practice. Tybalt McTheridon does not have time for autographs.
Don't worry, I'm not here for autographs. What are you practicing for?
What for? Is this not a theater, sir? A playhouse of dramatic intent.
Oh, a play. Hey, do you guys ever put on Lappy and Geronimo? That's my favorite play. I love those puppets.
What is this? Sappy and Jiminimu?
The play with the racing puppets? You know, Geronimo, he's the short, fat one who always slips and falls and pulls Lappy down with him. Classic comedy. I yell, "Look out, Lappy!" every time, but he never listens. The actor looked aghast, as if I'd just asked him to hold the kitten's diaper.
It sounds hideous. Puppets, sir. This is La Boule de Poix, foremost stage for the performing arts, not a tawdry venue for a kitten's matinee.
I don't remember a manatee in Lappy and Geronimo.
There will be no puppetry here, sir, marine or otherwise. I am preparing to perform the grandest play there is, Mlem.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were bringing up a hairball. Did you say phlegm?
No, Mlem. Oh, the uncultured masses. Have you never heard of the greatest cat play in history?
I mentioned Lappy and Geronimo already, so...
Mlem is a powerful tale, sir, of regret, heartbreak, redemption, and pale green betrayal.
Sure, but does it have puppets?
It has a villain, sir, by name Oscar, the foulest fiend ever committed to words.
I do enjoy a good villain.
Then purchase a ticket, sir, and return on opening night.
I could, but I really need to poke around. So how's about you let me past? Or I'll be in the front row on opening night with a huge foam paw just cheering you on.
You are most bothersome. Move on and let me return to my memorization.
Well, that's a disconcerting poster. I guess this play is a thriller. Cute! I'm gonna take one. A sheet covering something mysterious and probably thrilling. Don't mind if I do.
No! Sir, step back! Do not dare uncover what lies beneath!
But I want to see what it is.
It is a monster, sir. An unbearable sight. Were you to uncover it, you would regret every decision in your life that led you to this point. It is also being tested for lighting by the technical team, so leave it alone.
Monster movies are some of my favorites. Oh, now I've just got to see this.
Stop!
Listen, bud, do you own this? Is this yours?
Never!
So you can't actually stop me.
I suppose. But the hideous sight!
Exactly. I can't wait to see it. I'm pulling this off.
No, I cannot bear to lay eyes upon it. I must depart.
How bad can it be, the big baby? Ramon, this is the single greatest thing I have ever seen. This must be the green beast Oscar from Tybalt's play. Oscar the Pickle. I want to be his best friend forever. So, what's your job here? I like to imagine you're an usher. Hello, I'm your usher. Let me show you to your seat. It's just over. Oh no, I don't have any hands to point with. No, come back. I can roll around on the floor to point you in the vaguely correct direction. You'd be a terrible usher, and I love it. You know, I don't think I've... They're like deep Google... Oscar! Of course, sure. No, Oscar, I couldn't possibly kid... Are any of your friends working here too? Templeton the giant eggplant, or Kevin the oversized courgette? You could make a little vegetable troupe and travel the country, doing short morality plays on why eating vegetables isn't actually that good for you, because vegetables have feelings too. Cuddles, what are you talking about? Oh, just a storage room, I guess.
So quick to judge, Chaton.
A beautiful cat materialized from the darkness at the edges of the room, stepping daintily into the light. She held her head high, proud. Her big eyes glittered like they were filled with diamonds. Her voice was warm, melodic.
Perhaps they are very comfortable, and such a variety of colors and fabrics. Even a cat like you could look beautiful every day of the week.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know anyone was here.
Do you make an habit of walking into unfamiliar places, Chaton?
My work takes me into new places like this all the time, Ms.
Scarlet. You are in the acting trade as well, then. Bienvenue.
As she drew closer, I saw that her eyes didn't glitter solely of their own accord. Tears glistened at their corners.
Welcome to my theater.
Well, I'm not exactly an actor. I tell the odd fib. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. Just pre-opening night jitters.
Would you like me to leave?
It is fine, mon ami. Rehearsal night is not very busy, and I would not mind some company.
So you're the owner here. What does that entail?
What does it not? Choosing the productions, massaging egos, promoting performances. Why, I hardly have time for anything else, Chaton.
Egos? You mean Tybalt? Yeah, I met him. He seems like a lot of work.
Such is the price we pay for talent.
I guess Alfonso had to pay you for the privilege of putting on his show, huh?
Alfonso? The rotund performer. His shows are very popular. This is his third one.
What? I don't... The cats in this city clearly have no taste. If you're looking to spice things up, you should definitely do a performance of Lappy and Geronimo. Tybalt didn't seem to care about it, but I can tell that you're a cat of finer tastes.
Lappy and... You mean the puppets, Chaton?
Yeah, you've got lots of space here. You could do the first live-action production. Forget Alfonso's show. He's a hack anyway. I've seen Lappy and Geronimo like 40 times. I can consult for you, help get all the little details right to win over the hardcore fans, like Lappy's jackal tattoo and Geronimo's extra head. Did you know they didn't have those in the television show? How crazy is that? They dumbed it down so much.
Crazy is the right word.
Give me a call anytime. I'm always available for Lapron help. That's what us real fans call ourselves. We're Laprons. Cool, right?
I will certainly remember you the next time I see the puppets.
Oh, has Flaccid Levitating Pumpkin ever performed here?
Once, yes, but never again.
No, not very popular.
Too popular. The fans, they bring pumpkins and toss them at the stage. And Monsieur Grimstunk, the singer, he calls me cool lady.
Oh, no?
La boule de poil shall stick to drama, Chaton.
Are you aware that there's a giant pickle on the stage outside?
A pickle suit, Chaton. Although it smells of pickles more than I'm comfortable with, but that is budget cuts for you.
Do you really need that for your play?
Naturellement. Oscar is integral to Mlem. And this one, such talent. Have you seen his eyes? How they wibble about if you poke him? The audience will be enraptured, unable to look away as he sways to and fro upon the stage.
You know, I have noticed the eyes. They are really hypnotic. Perhaps you're onto something. I'll be on my way.
Fair travels, Chaton.
I looked under the sheet. It's just a huge pickle. What's so scary about that?
You call it a pickle, but I name it what it is, a cucumber.
Hey, there might be people around controlling our language.
That will only give him more power over me. He is a cucumber, sir, and I state it proudly. Have you never wondered at the origin of that word?
I don't spend a lot of time dwelling on where rude words come from. I just don't use them because I'm a good boy.
There is a bedtime story in the old language of a huge vegetable that stalks the night. The vegan blighter. It sneaks into the rooms of naughty kittens and stands next to their beds until they wake, then swallows them whole as punishment for not behaving.
Cats told that story at bedtime? To their kittens? What sort of horrible people would do that?
My grandmother, my mother, 2 of my 3 aunts.
Oh.
If my grandmother thought I was not taking her seriously enough, she would dress up as the vegan blighter and come into my room at night. I would wake up to a green, googly-eyed monster standing over me.
What is wrong with your family?
Since then, the tradition of the vegan blighter has fallen away. But the word was corrupted into the curse we now know. Cucumber. Something foul and fearful. Oscar is just a pickle to you, but to me he is the vegan blighter. And when I see those mismatched, lopsided eyes, I am that scared kitten again. Without conquering that fear, I cannot hope to perform Lem.
There's a whole display of mini pickles over there. Don't those scare you?
Those are toys, teeny things. They could not swallow a whole child. I feel only a mild sense of unease around them.
Out of interest, just out of interest, if I grabbed the display and shook all of them loose on top of you while yelling, "Be a good kitten or else," would it help or would it hinder?
Please don't do that.
You should try to relax a little. It's just a play. I'm sure you'll memorize your lines in time.
I don't have time to relax. This performance must be perfect.
A few mistakes are understandable. People can be pretty forgiving. I was shepherd number 3 in a school play once. I tripped over someone else's costume and knocked down the whole scary forest, but still got a gold star.
I don't care what other people think. It's my family I'm worried about.
Oh, are they big theater fans?
Ha! The very opposite. The McTheridons are not a cultured group.
They don't approve of your career?
They do not, and I do not approve of them. If this performance doesn't go well, they'll be sure to find out, and then I'll have to endure more sermons about why I should have just gone into the family business.
Oh, and what's that, if I may ask?
Being very rich and very abnormal.
Abnormal, like funny haircuts? Or what? The cat gave a huge resigned sigh, looking up at the ceiling as if hoping a lightning bolt might fall through it and incinerate him.
Abnormal as in a perpetual embarrassment to me. My father, for example, he goes for walks in the city parks.
Oh, that old chestnut.
He dresses up as a gardener and walks around, cutting the tops off of flowers and people's hats with equal abandon. Aunt Beatrice has a and
whoa.
I will have.
All right, good luck with your rehearsing, Tybalt. Let's see what it says. Jeez. Tybalt, I've got the opportunity of a lifetime for you. How would you like to become the face of a very up-and-coming local outlet by performing a short one-act play?
Some material to test my mettle before the grand performance. I'm intrigued. Let me see. Captain Savings and his sidekick Discount Boy are summoned to the scene of a murder. The victim, high pasta prices. The killer, Meowie's Emporium. This is not material. This is low-effort dreck. Where is the drama, the intensity, the denouement?
Well, the prices were very high.
I wouldn't degrade my art by performing this inside a dumpster, let alone on stage. Not that it matters. That cucumber is still outside.
So, if the material was better and Tybalt wasn't afraid of Oscar anymore... Tabby, can you rework this script into something that's not this? I mean, like this, but not this.
That's a big ask, sir. This is bad. Listen to this. Captain Savings reached for the throwing stars of instantaneous discount, making the overpriced pasta yell, "No, no, not the throwing stars of instantaneous discount. That's not fair. We have no defense against them. Oh, no." The ooh carries on for 3 more lines, and then it just says, "Insert pasta death noises."
Well, the actor will only perform it if it's sufficiently dramatic and intense. He's used to theater productions.
So a stage play. All right. Any ideas for what direction to take it?
Maybe we can set it in space with explosions for drama. Oh, a discount explosions and a surprise reveal for the main character. Like, well, have you ever read the Max Full Power books?
I see what you're getting at. How about this? There you go, sir.
Oh, trivial, sister. It's perfect. Thanks, Tabby. The Price Wars. Diebold, hey, I think you'll find this script much more to your liking.
Let's see. Personal sacrifice, dramatic third act reveal. Yes, this is what I mean. This is art. I am eager to perform this, but not while the vegan blighter remains.
Can I try to hypnotize you? I think I can cure you of your fear.
Many doctors have tried hypnotism already. It didn't work. You may waste your time if you wish.
Look into my eyes, Diebold. Ooh.
I've told you, this just doesn't work on... Yes, I smell licorice.
Well, that did the trick, I think. Hello? If anyone cares, I'm just gonna borrow this for medical reasons. I'll bring it back, I promise. Oh, why does this smell like a pickle? Oh. Hey, Diebold, look at me. I'm green and not at all scary. Oh, definitely getting there. He's scared now, but I need to push him even more. It flattens easy. Hey, Diebold, look. Big and small, huh? Huh? How does that make you feel?
2 vegan blighters! Eek! I'm not a bad kitten. Diebold will be a good boy. No eaties.
He's almost there. I need to break through that last mental barrier. All right. What was the right thing to say again? Phlegm, phlegm, phlegm.
What? Cuddles? What happened? Why are you dressed as Oscar?
Doesn't this suit frighten you, the vegan what's-it thing?
Why? No. Ha! You have no power over me, vegan blighter. Why was I ever afraid of you and your tiny plush minions?
Oscar suit, you have fulfilled your sacred duty. Diebold is cured, and now I need to get out of you because it's actually a lot scratchier in here than I expected. Diebold, hey, I think you'll find this script much more to your liking.
Let's see. Personal sacrifice, dramatic third act reveal. Yes, this is what I mean. This is art. I shall perform it immediately. Quick, gather all the cats you can find. Friends, Farringtons, cats of rare taste. Tonight you bear witness to a tale of drama, of anguish, and of triumph. Sponsored by Meowie's Emporium, written by Meowie, additional music by Kenneth. Journey with me into deep space and experience the Price Wars. Star Admiral Max Fullpower stood on the bridge of his space destroyer, watching the price ships of the decadent Pasta Empire gathering on the ultraview before him. He rubbed absently at the stump that was all that remained of his right arm, the very arm he'd had to cut off with a space chainsaw in order to save the space people of Bolognese Prime from a lifetime of space servitude to high space prices. He'd never asked to be a Star Admiral. It wasn't in his nature. He was just a highly capable, devastatingly attractive, well-shaven soldier with 50 space years of experience. Why had they chosen him? Comms, he growled like a handsome bear. The comm officer turned to look at him, tears running down her cheeks. So, she'd read his space letter, the one where he told her they could never be friends because he was married to his space work. Comms, open a channel. Tell them their prices fall today. Yes, sir, she said. But first I have to tell you, I'm your long-lost twin sister. I know, he replied, gritting his teeth. He was just cool like that. I've always known. And, she added, your father is alive. He didn't die in the price wars. He survived and fought to establish a new utopia for low prices on planet Meowie's Emporium, 14 Procyon Road, open 9 to 5. But, he gasped like a handsome bear with mild asthma. How can you be sure? Because, she said, taking off her mask, I'm him. Father, Star Admiral Max Full Power bellowed. The discount torpedoes shot forth, ready to reduce any and all high prices to remarkably affordable levels, with laybys accepted. Planet Meowie's Emporium had won again. Or had it? Yes, it had.
Bravo! Incredible performance! I gasped. I cried. I did both at once, which was somewhat confusing.
Thank you, Cuddles. I finally feel ready to take on the challenge of Mlem. Will you accept this commemorative Mlem mug as a token of my appreciation?
Oh, thanks. It looks very muggy. If that doesn't get the word out about Meowie's shop, nothing will. I should go and give him the good news. I asked one of the performers at Le Boule de Poix to do a recital of your material. It was extremely popular. I think you'll start seeing a lot more business very soon.
Customer, you are not only correct, but right. Purr! In fact, I have just ushered the final excited consumer back onto the street. Purchases in hand. Meowie's is now almost entirely out of stock, and it is thanks to you. You are more than worthy of this promotional prize, customer. Take it with the blessing of the entire Meowie's family, and a very special thank you from Meowie himself, which is me. Purr.
The ultra-wrapped gift basket. Oh, hello, wrapping.
It is stuffed to the brim with things us cats adore. Fish-flavored hamburgers. Hamburger-flavored fish. Strange balls of lint that someone fished out from under the bed. Milk tart, roast puffin wings, and 200 meters of yarn.
Simply incredible. Meowie, I'm gonna hang on to this until I've got time to properly indulge. Ramon, I think this is the place. There's no name, but the sign matches the logo on the business card I found on Edgar's body, and... Sorry, could you repeat that? Right, yeah. Some kind of tramp was standing on the sidewalk outside the building in a suit, advertising milk. No brand. Just milk. A pool of the stuff had collected around his feet somehow as well. I tried not to make eye contact. Excuse me, is this the establishment?
Jiminy Halibut! Leviathan Puddle Hopper!
I'm sorry, good sir, I don't understand what you're saying.
Xanthum Papadum Trickle Flower.
Okay. I'm just gonna go.
Goodbye, Bubble.
Wait, did you just say goodbye? You understood me.
Whispering slope.
Or not, okay. Your, milk is leaking out. Not sure if you're, aware of that.
Lop, lap, lop, lap.
Is your suit full of milk? Doesn't that make it all warm and nasty?
Cretwurst.
I'm sorry, sir. I just don't understand you. Good luck with the whole milk thing, though.
Go away, Dunk. Oh, who are you?
My name's Cuddles Nutterbutter. I'm sorry to disturb you, but I'm looking for the establishment.
Why do you...
Darky Ventacular.
Shut up, Duncan! As I was saying, what are you...
Ellie. Oh, Desdembo.
Ugh.
I'm looking into a murder. The victim had your card on him, and
Ducky quack. Hot pot.
your card on him, and...
Patty, lappy flappy. Jab jab.
Okay, well, what's your problem, bub? Can't you see I'm trying to have a conversation with,
Celestine. And don't bother trying to reason with him. Derpy Duncan never listens. Is this about Edgar Montague?
You knew him?
I was aware of him. I heard he turned up dead.
Oops-a-daisy. Fluttering quaver restrooms. Ugh.
Listen, can you let me in? I have more questions, and this Duncan fellow is really annoying.
No. I won't be opening this door for you or anyone else. Not with Duncan there. If I open it more than a crack when he's around, he rushes inside and it takes hours to get rid of him. He waddles around, talking nonsense and splashing milk over everything, and I have to get out the good chasing stick to go after him. It's dreadful. And to add insult to leaky injury, all I smell for days after is curdled milk. Ugh. No. Come back when he's not around. Good night.
Wait, this is important.
More important than spending a weekend mopping up milk stains? More important than the very expensive dinner reservation I missed at the Gourmand's gazebo? Oh, I was so looking forward to it. Not tonight, apparently. Trapped here by an insane, milk-swilling feline instead. Today has been tiresome and has left me entirely disinterested in indulging another strange cat.
Waka waka waka.
Please, there's more at stake than you realize. Bartholomew Montague is looking for vengeance, and if I don't find out what he wants to know, there was talk of declawing machines.
Oh, Bartholomew has lit a fire under your tail, No wonder you look like you've got a sniper trained on you. The thing is, I know Bartholomew. We're, terrific buddies, I believe is the term. He's too smart to do anything to make me upset at him, so... I think this is a Cuddles problem and not a Celestine problem.
All right. Let me see if I can resolve your Duncan situation. I'm... Can't you call the police to get rid of Duncan here?
The police? Ever champions of this, apparently.
Hey, there's a lot of stuff worse than Duncan happening, like...
You may
I might have a Cuddles problem.
Are you... Oh, you think it's that easy? I've tried every... Just...
Quick as a whip. All right. Let me see if I can resolve your Duncan situation. Hey, Duncan. Go on. Chew. Please.
Preppy Johns.
No, really. See, there's a giant a cookie suit coming this way. No, if you don't leave, he'll dip in you and soak up all your milk. Oh. The cat said nothing for once, but looked at me with a flat expression. judged by a crazy cat in a milk suit. Well, I tried. What are you even doing here? This area's not even busy. Who are you selling to? The cat turned to look up at the building sign, then back at me.
Rappity jerk! Don't come back!
I don't know what that means. Do you want to eat the sign? Hug it? You want to kidnap it to make some sort of monstrous sign bride?
Tootie.
I'll kid your tootie. It's a crime to open someone else's mailbox without good reason. Like, if I heard a tiny cat trapped inside, I could open it to free him, but only then. Hello? Are you still there?
No, I've escaped via a secret tunnel that I failed to use until now for no good reason. What do you want?
I'm not getting anywhere with Duncan. Sometimes it seems like he understands me, but he never says anything sensible.
Cross-latched whisper hump.
Yes, I know. If it was as straightforward as just asking, don't you think I'd have gotten rid of him by now?
Well, can I just ask you some questions about Edgar through the door?
Stand here and be interrogated through a door? Like a farmer? Absolutely not! Here at the establishment, our standards are inviolable.
You care a lot about your image, huh? I bet you just loathe it if something were to happen to it.
What are you saying?
I think I'll put an advert in the newspaper. Yeah, more people need to know about your snooty little club, definitely. But the establishment, it's such a generic name. I think what people really want to visit is Celestine's Fun Farm.
You wouldn't dare.
Bring the whole family, especially your dirty children. Touch everything. Free face painting.
No, enough. Fine, Nutter Butter. We ordered a book to try to communicate with Duncan. Maybe it's arrived.
There, see? That wasn't so hard.
I would not crow just yet, Nutter Butter. I ordered it with extra secure packaging.
All right. Let me see if I can resolve your Duncan situation. Oh, package. Oh, you're... You know, Ramon, that's crazy talk. Understanding babies, politicians, and very confused people. Let's see if this works. Keptoki. Quala. Chumga.
Mackety jumpstop Vimina.
Those words are in here. Okay, that translates to milk thirsty kitty. What?
Mackety jumpstop Vimina. Mackety jumpstop Vimina.
Oh, so you want to sell milk to the cats inside because you think that's a thirsty cat on the sign? I'm sorry to tell you, Duncan, but that's not thirst. I don't know. It's entitlement or money or something.
Perspex holiday.
Oh, Man, I've got to show this to Tabby. The hook whip. Wait, no. The whip hook. I'd better get this patented immediately. This changes everything. Everything that can be Ramon. Web hook. Web hook. Perhaps later. This will hide it, and what Celestine doesn't know won't hurt his snooty, upturned nose. Oh, well, there we go. All sorted. Now Duncan Is that smoke? Oh, yikes! Fire! I can't whistle. Nothing to see here. There are no thirsty kitties inside. See? The sign is on fire. Off. The sign is off.
Blowpeck nasal.
I don't have time to go through the whole book again, so, Hoopy, drop saggles, Moopy. Does that mean anything?
Snaggly sniffle.
Snaggly sniffle, Duncan. Ramon, what do you think has to happen to a cat for them to end up like that? I hope he's got someone to look out for him. Hello? Are you still there? Okay. Duncan is gone. Can I please come in now?
How on earth did you manage that? Did you turn off the sign? I told you we don't turn off the sign.
No, the sign is still on, technically. I guess I'm simply charming enough to persuade him to leave.
Why do I smell smoke?
Do you? Weird. Someone must be having a barbecue. Anyway, Duncan's gone. The sign is 100% still on. So let's talk about Edgar.
Very well, you tiresome cat. You may enter.
I had thought Tybalt just about the fanciest cat I'd ever seen, but I had to revise that judgment after seeing Celestine. This cat had a waistcoat and a pocket watch. I could only hope that whatever fancy accent he doubtless spoke would be intelligible to peasants like me. Wowee, fancy place you got here.
Yes, I imagine this is quite a fresh experience for you, being surrounded by such excellence.
Actually, I've been in the VIP area at Porky Beach quite a few times, so I know a thing or two about class. You should consider putting up a painting of a dancing bear. Adds a ton of class.
I will take that under advisement. Conscience demands that I thank you for getting rid of Duncan.
Sure, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, right? Yeah.
Back-scratching claws are available on request, but you will be required to scratch your own back with it. And I'll take my book back now, if you don't mind. If I find so much as a single claw scratch on it, well, you can expect a bill.